can't believe it. I cannot believe this is the final episode of Ultraranger.
I know. And on my birthday of all days, it's the best birthday present to myself.
Happy birthday, Lane. You're fired.
We've been staying for 4 years. Oh, but yeah, no. This is my last appearance for Ultraranger. I mean, like, it's not the last you'll see of me or hear of me, but
Oh no, you signed the contract. You're scheduled to show up at least 3 more times for the rest of the year.
yeah, I have to show up when we talk about Trigger and
Well, not all the time about Trigger.
maybe if we don't see, watch Shin Ultraman, I'll come watch that with you, and then we'll talk about it.
Well, of course.
Ah.
And just because this is the end of Ultraranger, it doesn't mean it's the end of the show. Wait.
Oh yeah, Gar's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I guess we should schwa it one last time.
What? What?
Greetings, everyone's, and welcome to Ultraranger, the podcast where we talk about Ultraman's past, present, future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. And for the very last time, I am your host, Ultragar.
And for the last time, I'm your co-host, Ultra Lane. Lover of all things Belial and Jeed.
Yes, we are serious about this. This is the end of the Ultraranger show. I know it's hard. Some of you are probably upset. Just stick around till the end.
Yep.
It is also Ultraman Day.
Yes, Ultraman Day, or my birthday. I'm 32 years old.
Eh. No, I'm just kidding. Happy birthday, Lane.
Thank you.
So, you're probably wondering, how do you cap off 4 years of doing the show?
4 years, goddamn.
So, why not talk about the biggest crossover that Ultraman did with itself? So we are talking about, of course, Ultra Galaxy Fight, the absolute conspiracy.
As I like to call it, hey, these characters haven't had screen time in a long, long time, so let's give them something to do. Yeah. That's how I saw it. Like, I watched this, like, the first 3 episodes of this thing, and I'm just like, oh, hey, it's that person, and that person. Oh, we haven't seen these guys in a long time. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is either. But cool. Hey, is that Max? When was the last time Max was in anything? That's how I saw it. Like, the conspiracy is literally just, hey, all these characters you haven't seen in years, here, we'll give them something to do. Koichi Sakamoto was like, I didn't forget about you guys. I didn't forget about you, Max, Sora, Princess, whatever the fuck her name was.
He's on there.
Yeah.
So basically, a bit of a pre-production talk. Ultra Galaxy Fight New Generation Heroes was a smash hit. It was released on YouTube for the later year 2019. It
was really good.
In both Japanese and in English. It led to Ultraman Z being released globally. So, in February of 2020, they decided to make another installment in the Ultra Galaxy Fight, with bringing back Koichi Sakamoto and Junichiro Asaki. But unlike the first installment, they wanted to do something more than just one giant fight. Both Sakamoto and Asaki both understood one thing, and that is the Ultra series is huge in lore and production. So they came up with a treatment that worked as a trilogy, and just for a comparison in runtime, New Generation Heroes is 58 minutes, 50 minutes if you take out the director's cut footage. Absolute Conspiracy caps up at 1 hour and 43 minutes.
God damn.
And with the franchise entering its 55th anniversary year, these two wanted to make a project that was dedicated to any fan, whether you're a diehard old school fan or just a newer fan trying to get into things.
If there's one thing that Ultraman does so well that I personally really love in like media and like films and stuff, continuity. The fucking dedication to continuity in this series is just amazing. They remember every small little fucking detail and always like call back to it, or they keep that still like true, and that makes me so happy because I fucking hate continuity errors and shit. Bothers the hell out of me.
Oh,
The
you,
Ultraman does it justice.
oh, you mean how, like, whenever a Kamen Rider team up happens, Ryuki's always there, even though it doesn't work?
Yeah, exactly. Because he's supposed to be only fighting Mirror World, so
That doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make sense. Maybe they're always fighting in Mirror World, so he can fight them too.
Maybe he's in alternate reality where everything else is a mirror to him.
There you go.
So, this Ultraman Day special is sort of split up into 3 parts. The first part talking about Chapter 1, Part 2 is about Chapter 2, and of course, Part 3 is going to be Chapter 3 in our overall thoughts on the the trilogy as a whole, per se.
Mm-hmm.
So Chapter 1 is known as the beginning, and to interconnect all the chapters, we have, of course, none other than Ultraman Zero, who talks to the audience about the focus characters and where this takes place. So, for an example, the first part of the trilogy focuses on Ultraman RIBUT, but it takes place before he got his Ultraman title and before he became a member of the Galaxy Rescue Force.
Yeah, so that was kind of nice then. And like the last special, like we saw him and he was already like full fledged and everything. But it's like, how did he get there? How did he earn that?
Because, him being in the last Ultra Galaxy fight was sort of just like, hey, remember that Malaysian Ultraman? Go get him, boy. But now it's just like, I guess now they sort of want to make him a full-fledged Ultra hero.
Yeah.
Instead of having to rely on Upen Ipen, the show where he originated from.
Yeah, so like Super I was just like, you know what, this guy's cool. Bring him with the team.
But yeah, apparently he's part of the Civilization Guardians with Ultraman Max.
Ultra Max is voiced by his voice actor who voiced like his grunts and everything in this show, which is the voice of Roronoa Zoro from One Piece. So I loved that.
Kazuya Naki.
Yeah, so like I heard him open his mouth, or heard his voice. Now it was just like, oh yeah. So I like that they actually got Max to voice his actual voice. So
And yeah, to quickly talk about Wataru Kamada, who voiced Ultraman RIBUT in the last Ultra Galaxy fight, he also came back to reprise his role.
Mm-hmm.
Which I find odd because in the dub, they have his English voice actor, but they don't have him voice RIBUT.
Huh.
You know how you're talking about that continuity thing? Yeah, guess that doesn't matter in the dub.
No.
You're voicing another character, but wasn't I that guy before? Doesn't matter. So yeah, so on the planet Mikarito, they find a Magarochi egg, and they're attacked by alien Saran and Helberos. Helberos. In which Max is infected with some Gudis cells and basically is taken captive.
Yeah, and then Reboot's just like, I promise I'll save you! And he's like, I know you will! Ah!
So yeah, so while he flies back to the Land of Light, we have Planet Canon, which takes place before the Origin Saga.
Yep.
Only downside about continuity. Oh, I know you, but I guess since this is the princess's mother, she wouldn't have known about being a part of the Galaxy Rescue Force.
Yeah.
Either that or this is a different Planet Canon.
Maybe.
Mm.
Should be more like play it non-canon.
So yeah, we have Lillian and Sora. Sora was a original character from the Ultra Festival 2018, I believe it was, which I believe that's available on YouTube still through YouTube,
Okay.
through the Ultraman official site. But basically, he's a original character voiced by Megami Han, who is Pega. So it sort of makes sense to have her come back. But on their like Lily and Sora, they were talking to Queen Zane about something we don't know. Uh, they're on their way back to the spaceship until Lugosite appears.
The old Lucasite.
Yep. And who else comes to save the day is Lane's favorite Showa Ultraman, 80.
Oh yeah, and like it's fucking great because like he's voiced by his original actor.
Yeah.
So, but then like you hear that fucking 80 theme song come on, and he's just fighting, kicking ass, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, my boy 80. I'm so fucking happy, and it just ends, and you just hear it came to from a star. I was like, yeah, I love that song.
Oh, freaking! That was one of my favorite parts of the entire first chapter of just how his song was used to transition into the next scene, but the song was still like it was just fading out of the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's some good
Yeah,
editing
no.
there.
80's great because he's never lost a fight, as his show says, except for when Belial invaded the land of light and then he kicked his ass. So
Well, but Belial had introduction syndrome.
he did. He had huge debut illness.
Illness, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and fuck, man. But yeah, no, it was great to see 80 because like he stands out so much differently from all the other ultras, and like I don't know, I just like him. So I'm looking forward to his show coming out on Blu-ray, and then I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna binge the series.
And it is nice that why is 80 here? Sakamoto, it's his 40th anniversary. Why isn't he here?
Why haven't you fuckers done anything with him lately?
For 40 years of 80, might as well include 80 and Lillian.
Exactly.
It's also, like you mentioned, 80 never lost a fight. He went up against Lugosite that took both Rosa and Blue to take down.
Yeah.
Granted, later...
To be fair, though, Lucasite just fucked off.
Yeah.
So, because even 80 was just like, huh, all right.
What is happening in this galaxy? I'll admit, the guy that they got to voice 80, he was spot on. Okay, I'll admit that about the dub. The dub, there are slight improvements. But there's also some problems still.
Yeah.
Like, I still think that, because they changed the dialogue with some lines to make more sense in English.
Yeah.
But then you still have the awkward pauses. Because, sometimes the Japanese line is longer than when you translate into English.
Yeah.
So there's some awkward silence.
But then so Rebu gets back to the Land of Light and he gets debriefed by Zoffy, the old Zoffy,
Who is not voiced by his same voice actor.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently Zoffy has been voiced by the same person, Hideyuki Tanaka, since 2006. But I guess for this special, they replaced him with some sort of J-pop star.
I don't know.
His name's Shinosuke Taguchi. When comparing notes, I think he did a good job.
Yeah.
Somehow,
it's Zoffy.
Somehow the younger guy makes him sound older than the older voice actor.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically Taro and Zoffy are just like, it's okay, we'll make sure you get Max back, but for now you got to get good scrubs. So go to this place and get your proper training so you can be a full-fledged Ultra Warrior. And he was like, gotcha, I won't let you down.
Okay. Hey, where is this planet again? K-76. isn't that where Zero trained? Yeah, go. Just go, Reboot.
Yeah. And so yeah, he goes there, and the two most unexpected ultras you'd never expect to see in this, powered and great.
Another thing that Sakamoto wanted to do was to express the acknowledgement of worldwide Ultraman. So,
Yes.
Great is from Australia, Powered's from America, and again, Reboot's from, I believe he's from Malaysia?
Yeah, Malaysia.
Yeah. So it's sort of just hey, look, it's the worldwide Ultramen working together.
And the cool thing about the English dub is for Powered, in like his original show, his like host was Kane Kusagi or Ninja Black from Ranger. So they actually got him to voice him in English, which I think is just really fucking cool. Like, that's awesome.
And for his Japanese voice, it's the guy that dubbed over Ken Kusagi.
That's funny parallels. I like that. And then what's great is, like, Great is he's just voiced by some guy I don't even know.
I have all the voice actors listed here. So Great was voiced by Tomokazu Seki in this special.
Oh, was he? That's
Yeah.
great. That's awesome.
Yeah, because the original voice actor, Maso Nakasone, he was famous for doing all the Ultraman grunts from the original show. He passed away in 1993.
Oh.
So he couldn't... I'm 100% sure he couldn't come back for this.
And what's also awesome is that, sometimes some ultras they get like updated designs. No, Great still was in that spandex suit. Like, I actually really was surprised that when I saw him, I was like, wow, they actually still kept him in the spandex suit, because that's his design. That's how you know it's him. Everyone else wears like a latex wetsuit. He wears a spandex suit.
And apparently Sakamoto and the other action director for this special, they really wanted to keep to their aesthetic, like fighting styles. So they sort of just modernized their fighting styles a bit.
That's cool.
It just sort of sucks because, we both watch Towards the Future now.
Yep.
And while watching the dub, I'm a bit upset that they didn't try to make Great's voice sound like it did in the show. I see.
I see.
Yeah, the last complaint that I had with the first special was how everyone sounded so dynamic and powerful. Great didn't sound like that, but I feel like that would have worked more for Great.
Yeah.
It's like even if one Gudis cell remains, Gudis will revive once again. Like it still works.
I know. But yeah, so like the Reboot's like really surprised to see Great and Powered there, and they're just like, all right, well, we're gonna train you, but I'm just letting you know, we're not going easy on you. Like, we're gonna fucking go all out.
Yeah, because according to Hikari, which his original voice actor came back for this, it's like, Hikari, how's Max doing? I somehow have his information, but whoop, screens.
He's dying.
Yeah, he's dying. How long do we have? Freaking, I know it's a bunch of science and such, but if it were me, lick the finger, check for wind, touch the ground, check the watch. I say 3 days.
Yeah. Let's see where the alignment of the sun is right now.
Yeah, with the alignment of the sun, the wind, check the ground for tremors. I'd say 3 days.
Just reads a magazine quickly. No, checks the newspaper. Yeah, he's got 5 hours.
No, just Max. We're here to save you. Oh, he's dead. Oh, the entire planet's gone.
Now I know that they were probably like really like they had like time constraints and like they had like a limited budget and stuff. I think it would have been really cool to see like Max turn out into like a full-fledged monster, because like we got like an arm, which was kind of cool. So I thought like over like until like chapter 3 we were gonna get like him like turn into a full-fledged monster, and I think that would have been super fucking cool to see. But like I understand completely that they just had like limited time and resources, so they couldn't. But like how awesome would that have been if he was just a full-fledged max monster?
Oh, like if they turned him into like another rider concept, so it's like another Max.
Exactly. That would have been so dope.
No, you do what Kamen Rider Black did, where it's like it's sort of like the suit, but then like you see the organs a bit as if it was like puffing out.
Yeah, it's like in Amazons with like their wild forms.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, that would have been sweet.
but yeah, just the entire planet's just gone and reboot. Just hang on, let me check my Ultra phone. Hello, it's just Hikari on the other end. Yeah, remember when I said 3 days? I forgot.
10 minutes.
I forgot to carry the 2, so it was 3 minutes.
Yeah, like 30 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. Boop. Zafi, I'm leaving.
So yeah, I like the fight between Rebute and Great and Power just because like they're going ham on him. Like at one point, like you see like they like punch him and he gets like sent flying into like a fucking bed of rock, and I was just like shit.
Guys, this isn't fun anymore. There's no fun here.
And eventually, like Rebute, like you know, he overpowers both of them because he like taps into his like inner power. Because basically, that's all you have to do is just connect with your inner self, and you can do anything. And then like they're like, all right, and he trumps them both, and they're like, holy shit, good job. All right, here's a spear, here's a shield. You're now Ultraman Rebute, and he's just like, fuck yeah, all right, let's go save our friend.
I'm just picturing Spider-Man from Infinity War when like Tony does the whole like,
you're an Avenger now.
You're an Ultraman
now. So then, meanwhile, on Planet Feed, we get 80 again, but alongside Ultraman Neos, who I was like, oh okay, and then Ultra 721. So who the fuck's this?
2-1.
Oh, 2-1. So is this like an alternate Ultra 7?
Essentially, I believe. Okay, so Neos was.
Is this like Ultra 7's like bastard son or something?
So okay,
So, hey, who's this, Dad? Oh, this is my real son, Zero.
No. Ultra 721. You're the son I never had. I'm your son. Shut up, Blue. Wait, to basically explain what the hell Neos and 2-1 are, they were meant to be the original 30th anniversary.
Oh.
But I don't know why it got shelved, and then Tiga took its spot as the 30th anniversary. So if you think of it that way, Neos and Ultra 721 sort of make a bit more sense. 2-1 being, 21st, because we were entering the 21st century. So, but yeah, so the three of them all attack Lugo site with the Neos theme song playing, which I love how they have the theme songs playing in the background. Hikari and Sora made antibodies for the Gouda cells so that they can free Max. Otherwise, when the Maga Orochi hatches, it'll consume Max and then the entire planet will be gone. And, during the fight with Lugo site, we see Tartarus show up. Guess we should talk about him.
Oh yeah, villain Absolute Tartarus, who like showed up like once or twice in this whole first 3 parts.
Technically, he showed up 3 times.
Yeah.
But the first time he shows up was just to look at the Land of Light and be like, beautiful.
Dune. It'll be mine.
And then in the second part, he came back with Rebatos from Ultra Fight Orb. And he's like,
good old Rebatos.
He's like, Rebatos, do the thing. Okay. So he revives the vampire monster Gymera. Gymera? Gymera.
Yeah.
Which he was a monster from 80, so 80 fought him while Neos and 721 were fighting Lugo site over there.
Yep.
Didn't end well.
No.
But thankfully, help arrives in the help of Ultraman Cosmos and Ultraman Justice.
Yeah, so like it also like throughout this like absolute conspiracy thing, every time like an Ultraman shows up or like they get like a change their forms or something, we get this cool kind of like intro animation cutscene thing where it like shows them it's like Ultraman Cosmos, future form, and Ultraman Justice,
Normal
normal form.
form.
And so like we get that, and it's actually really cool, and it's very helpful because like you see these people show up and you're like, well, who's this? And then it like gives them a quick little like intro cutscene, and it's like, all right. So I really like it. It's very visually nice, pleasing to look at, and it helps you remember who these fucking people are. So I really like it. It's very helpful. So yeah, so we have Justice, who I think you said before, Gar, like when we talked about it, is that uh, his host is a woman. So he's like non-binary Ultraman, technically.
From what I understand, Ultraman Justice, male form, female host and body, or like female host, female voice, considered not really. Justice isn't really sure either. So it's just Ultraman Justice is considered non-binary to the fandom.
I'm okay with that.
In which Justice was also voiced by Megumi Han.
Mm.
So imagine that you went from voicing a child alien Pegasa,
Yep,
to voicing a tiny female Ultra, to Ultraman Justice.
yeah. And like I'm glad Cosmos showed up too, because we get Cosmos's theme, and I was just like, yeah, like Cosmos. And I'm like, hell yeah.
And apparently this takes place after Ultraman Saga because 80 acknowledged that Zero told him about Cosmos. And Cosmos also brings up that he helped Zero on future Earth. Because like the reason they showed up is because they heard or they felt some sort of energy detection. And it's like, oh, okay, help us beat Lugosite. Okay. And like all 5 of them are like, let's just fire our beams all at once. Okay.
Yeah, so they blow them the fuck up.
So there goes Lugosite. And it's just, thanks for the help. You're welcome. He wasn't what we're looking for, though. What do you mean? He wasn't the energy signature.
It's that guy. Hi.
Which, that was actually one of the director cut. That's actually one of the scenes added for the director's cut. So, when Sora gave RIBUT the antibodies, it was doing it was panning out, but then it cuts to the others fighting Lugosite again. But that scene continued on, where it kept panning out, and you just see Hikari, great and powered, walk into the scene.
Yeah.
With Hikari basically being like, "Oh, congratulations, Sora, you did well."
Way to go.
Yeah. And then the second scene is Cosmos saying that the energy signature that they were following is Tartarus. Which he's an Absolutian, and
and he calls himself the ultimate life form. Yeah.
So he's Mewtwo.
Basically, he basically just wants to prove that he's like the best life form in the universe, and he's better than any Ultraman. So.
But is he an Ultraman?
Nah.
We're not sure.
He's just a bootleg.
He's from the kid. I want Ultraman. We have Mom. We have Ultraman at home. It's absolute Tartarus.
Yeah. So they rescue Max, and then Max out of nowhere gets the Max Galaxy, which I thought was going to give him a form, but no, it's just a wrist thing.
It's a wrist power-up item that can also be used as a dagger.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
but his partner Ultraman Zenon shows up for no reason.
Yeah, I was like, oh look, another one I don't know.
I think that may be the only minus point that this first chapter can have, and that is just, why is Zenon here? There's I don't understand.
Who the fuck is this guy? What's this guy's deal? Looks cool though. I like his design.
Yeah. Apparently, his design was heavily based on the manga, like the big famous manga.
Okay.
You know how we were talking about that like recollection of like the old Ultraman manga that's coming out in Japan.
Yeah.
That like he's meant to be based on like their designs.
Okay.
So, anyways, Tartarus explains who he is and tries to attack the Ultras again, but then Cosmos and Justice block the attack by fusing together to become Ultraman Legend.
Yeah, and Ultraman Legend's pretty fucking dope looking. And of course, you know, as we've said before, anytime Ultras fuse, it becomes its own original Ultraman. So it's technically its own separate Ultraman Legend. But I love this because apparently Legend, he powers up this fucking powerful ass attack, and Tartarus is just like he sees him transfuse into Legend, and he's like, oh fuck me, and like he's like, because he's like taken back by it, and so they fire like an attack on him, and he's just like, yeah, no. And I love that he knew he would stand no fucking chance against Ultraman Legend. So he's like, I'm not prepared for this shit, and he gets out of there before the attack even fucking hits him.
I think even in the English dub, he shouts out, "Flee," as he's fleeing.
Yeah. But I always love that in shows and like media and stuff like that, when like an enemy, like a villain or whatever, like shows up, and then like something more powerful, and he's like fully aware that, oh yeah, no, that could kick my ass, so he gets the fuck out of there because he knows he doesn't stand a chance. So
yeah, the day is saved. Powered beat up Helberus. Great defeated Alien Saran. Max, Zenon, and RIBUT took on Maga Orochi. And of course, 80 defeated Chimera.
because he doesn't lose a fight.
Yeah. So everyone's so confused though of why the hell all these kaijus have shown up. And like they all acknowledge these are like top tier universe ending kaijus.
Yeah, they should be like these should be in the monster galaxy. Why are they here?
Maga Orochi should be sealed away. By who? Zafi. Hey. My fusion card's in that egg. And when the other Ultras outside of Cosmos and Justice, they, I guess, went back to their own universe. RIBUT gets accepted into the Galaxy Rescue Force along with Sora, which I hate how it was this throwaway line at the very beginning where it's like, "Oh, you two are old childhood friends, right?" Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I guess I think it's something about their names. Like,
Okay.
like RIBUT means storm and Sora means something. But anyways, they're greeted by Queen Izane, Andromelos, and the kaiju dog thing from the Jeed movie. Guku Lucia?
Guku Lucia, yeah. I like to see, I'm glad we got to see Andro Melos, because I've seen him, I've heard of him, and like I looked up some stuff about him. He's a really fucking awesome character because he's basically a giant space cop.
Yeah.
He's really fucking cool, and apparently at one point Zoffy like pretended to be him or something.
Yeah, Zafi saved his life. From my understanding, continuity or in like paper lore, because it was never addressed in the actual show, I think. Zafi saved Andromelos. He was too weak to go back to being a member of the Melos squad or Andro squad. So Zafi took his place until he recovered.
That's all. Yeah, so that's why like you can see him like I think there's like some concept where it's like he takes off like his helmet and it's just like his mouth kind of is like bottom of his face looks like an Ultraman's mouth. So like you see him like take off his helmet and it's just Zoffi's head underneath and I'm like that's cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing more Angel Melis because I like what this guy's about because he just looks really fucking cool. So and like the concept of like a 40-meter tall space cop is just super cool. So because again, you have to remember these guys are fucking huge.
Imagine how big that spaceship is.
Yeah, like I'm like watching all this shit and I'm like I gotta remember they're fucking like 40-50 meters tall, like they're fucking huge.
How big are these planets?
Yeah, like the Lane of Light must be fucking ginormous.
Oh, apparently it holds billions of them. Yeah.
Yeah, billions of like 40 to 50-meter tall beings. Like goddamn, that must be like 10 times the size of Earth.
I think it's like 18 times the size of Earth.
God damn. Oh my god.
And of course, like Sakamoto, like in interviews, Sakamoto mentioned about like how the Ultraman lore is somewhat like this entire series is somewhat like Star Wars per se, or like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How there's so much lore and not everything's told in like from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Like it bounces all around. I guess he also wanted to do a post-credit scene.
Yep.
Which, yeah, Alien Saran is a lot. Like, he survived the fight against Great. But then Tartarus shows up, which it's cool that you see you see the dead body parts of the Maga Orochi in the background. Like, it's lifeless. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
And Tartarus is like, I gave you a Maga Orochi egg. I gave you Lugosite so that you can do this mission. I even gave you Gouda cells. And you still couldn't beat them? You're worthless to me. And he just kills them. Right then and there.
Yeah. So it's pretty safe to believe that Tartarus has like dimension powers because obviously he can just travel through not just any like universe or dimension, but at any point in time as well. So this guy's pretty fucking broken. That you can go through any dimension at any point in time. So,
like we even see later in this trilogy just how powerful Tartarus can actually be. No, like we've never, unlike Goku over here, where he's like, I want to see you at your strongest. We never see him at his strongest, but we see how strong he could be.
Yeah.
And again, the whole dimensional powers thing. I love his design. Like I love
it's a really nice design.
The gold and silver of like the red jewels on his hands. Oh,
He kind of has that like Ultraman look, but not really.
Where's
and
my
a cape? You can't go wrong with the cape.
Where's
Capes are just great.
Where's my figure arts of Tartarus?
That would be cool. I feel like that'd be like a fucking con exclusive. Like there's only like 100 of them made. So it's like if you want your absolute Tartarus, like go to this convention, get like sign up for a raffle, and you might be one of 100 people to get your own absolute Tartarus figure art.
Because there's
at this exclusive event.
Because there's no vinyl figure of him.
Not yet.
Not yet. Because they're like, oh, if this does well, we'll be able to do more. Which, yeah, there's a sequel after this trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely teasing there is more to this giant epic story.
Also, we do have the theme song, Zero to Infinity, which, it's a very good song.
Sung by Mamoru Minano, who is Ultraman Zero, of course.
Oh, that's cool.
And we also have the ending theme, Restart, by Voyager.
Cool.
Takaru and Chiaki from
Yeah.
X. And according to Mamoru, when he was writing the song was meant to be a different thing. But then COVID happened. Like, the pandemic happened. So he sort of wrote the song based on the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I guess that explains the lyrics. How far can I go? But no, if you actually read the lyrics, it somewhat makes sense of what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah, the final shot of this chapter is just Ultraman King on planet K-76. And that is the only shot of Ultraman King in this entire three-parter.
Yeah, you know, because being like the god of Ultraman, he just doesn't get involved that much. He's just like, nah, they got this. I mean, I could just fix this by just going, snap my fingers, and bam, he's gone.
But nah.
Nah.
Nah,
I can't interfere too much. It would discourage them. So
maybe he's still recovering from, being dead from the entire universe.
maybe that was why Ultraman King was there when Zero was being trained by Leo, because it was just like he knew him being there would make Zero boost his confidence more, because he'd be like, oh my god, our fucking Lord and Savior's here. I must be really fucking special if he's here. And so King's just like, he's really not, but he's our only hope for fucking stop this shit from happening.
What about Seven's real son? We don't acknowledge 2-1. Wait, why is he called 2-1? Because you get 2 kids, but you only pay attention to 1.
Ooh.
That's why he's called Ultra 7-2-1. He's the other kid, but we only focus on one of the kids.
Yeah, when I looked at Ultra 721, I was just like, oh, so you're just the Heisei version of Ultra 7. Okay.
Yeah. Essentially that. But you can't really say that because there.
In the Heisei era.
But you can't really say that because there is a Heisei era Ultra 7.
Which apparently was crap.
Oh no, that's Ultra 7X.
Ah, okay.
Which, that was later in the Heisei era. But in the 90s, there were, Ultra 7 specials.
Okay.
Where they didn't acknowledge any other series or continuity. It was just, what if Ultra 7 kept going?
But yeah, no, I like this first 3 parts. It was kind of a good way to get everything started, and I'm looking forward to the next 3 chapters, because it's about my boy Belial, so...
Yep, the second part takes us into the past.